students, good morning to one and all. In our previous class, we have discussed about the addition and subtraction of binary numbers using a 2's complement method and the science 2's complement method. There we have discussed about a flow chart and also hardware part of it. So after that, in the arithmetic operations, the remaining two arithmetic operations after completion of this addition and subtraction are multiplication and division. So how these two operations, multiplication and division operations, are performed in our digital computer, we'll see today's class. Of course, I think today even multiplication itself is not able to complete in one class, because we have to discuss the hardware part, also the flowchart algorithm. So that's why today let us concentrate on the multiplication operation. Multiplication. So in general, you take a number like in our usual form. If you want to perform a multiplication like this, so this is a decimal number. As we know, the 19th table directly we will perform. So 19 into 3 we will write here, then 19 into 2 we will write from here by leaving one bit, and then we will add here. Whatever the result we will get, it is a final if it is a decimal. And we know very well our digital computer is more or less is going to discuss about all the numbers in terms of binary. So let us write the equivalent binary for 23 is 10111. You know how to convert a decimal number into binary, that is by dividing this with 2, 11, 1, 2, 5, 1, 2, 2's, 1, 2, 1's, 0, 2, 0's, 1, and writing in reverse order. This is the way how you convert a decimal number to binary. So in the same way, the binary equivalent of 119 is 10011. 10011. So now how to perform multiplication of these two operations? Okay. See here, before I am going to discuss this, because this multiplication, as you know, the 19th table, you easily perform the multiplication. But if here I give 467 into 268, then how you perform the multiplication? Simply 8 into 7, 56, 8 into 6, 48 plus 5, 53, 8 into 4, 32 plus 5, 37, like this you will multiply. First one. Then with this bit, 6 into 7, 42, you will write after leaving one position. 6 into 6, 36 plus 4, 40, 6 into 4, 24 plus 4, 28 you will write. Yeah? And then with 2 sevens, 14, again you will leave one bit. 2 6, 12 plus 1, 13, 2 fours, 8 plus 1, 9, like this. So 6, 5, 11, 14, 15, 10, 12. So this is the result. So if you know 19 table, you are directly multiplying 19 into 3 is equal to something 57, like that. But if the multiplication is with huge numbers, both multiplier and multiplicand are huge numbers, this is the way we perform. The same way here also, first this is the first number, say A, and this is the second number, set B. And if you want to multiply A into B, what we do by following this procedure, first 1 into all these numbers we will add. So you know 1 into all these numbers you will get as it is 1 0 1 1 1. Yeah. Then next bit, so again 1 into all these numbers, but you have to leave one position here. So 1 1 1 0 1. Again here you got 0. So all zeros you write here by leaving one more row value, one more position over there. Yes. Next also you got 0, and then start here 0 0 0 0. Yeah. And then again you got 1. So 1 1 1 0, and then yes. So after doing multiplication performation with all these digits separately, we have to add 1 here as it is, it will come here. So 1 plus 1 is 1 0, 1 plus 1 1 0 plus 1 1 1. So 1 plus 1 1 0. So 1 plus 1 1 0 plus 1 1 1. So 1 plus 0 1 0. Sorry, 1 plus 1 1 0 1 1. So 1 0 1. So this is the 1 1 0 1 1 0 1 0. So this is equivalent to 437. If you want to check it out, you can check it out. Like it is with multiply 2 power zeros, 2 power 1s, 2 power 2s, 2 power 3, 2 power 4, 2 power 5, 2 power 6, 2 power 7, 2 power 8. Like this. So multiply with this one with this one. You write here and add all these things. You will get 437. I am not going to convert this binary value to the decimal, as you know very well. So, but this is nothing but 437. Okay. So here you just need to remember a small logic in this process of multiplying is, if in the multiplicand, if the value is 1, this A we are writing as it is. If the value is 0 and as it is we are writing zeros. Here it is 0, we are writing zeros. Means here in the second value, if you have 1 and multiplying with the A value, first value, as it is you are writing. After writing the same, if you want to go for multiplying with the second bit, you are shifting left one position. Remember, I am explaining you the logic behind it. You are shifting left one position and writing the same number. If here it is 1, whatever the explanation I am now telling, I will convert this into the algorithm. Okay. And then if this value is 0, again after shifting one position, you are writing all zeros here. Okay. Again you are checking, it is 0 and shifting left once. So 1 as it is written, shift left, shift left, shift left, shift left. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where there are 5 digits are there in the given number, how many times we perform shift left? 4 times. So here, if a binary number contains n bits for multiplication, we have to perform the shift operation for n minus 1 times. So here 5 bits are there, we have shifted for 4 times. First point you have to remember. Then shifting, you got it. How many times we have to shift left? Then, so if the second value of the first digit contains 1, you are just as it is writing the first value. Otherwise, if the second value, that bit position is 0, the bit position of the second value is 0, then you are writing all zeros here. How many number of digits are there? Those many zeros you are writing. So these 2 points are sufficient enough for us now to develop the algorithm for multiplication. Of course, algorithm as well as the hardware part. I think you got this example very clearly how it is going to perform the binary multiplication in our computers. Okay, so based on this explanation, we will check out what are the hardware parts required and what is the flowchart for multiplication algorithm, and its explanation consequently. Okay. Now let us take the hardware implementation of your multiplication algorithm. So hardware for multiplication. Hardware for multiplication. Let us check out whatever the hardware explanation we have discussed in the addition and subtraction, like register A, register B will be there, like either adder will be there, complementary parallel adder and complementary will be there. Here also the hardware implementation for multiplication now you see here we need a register B, a register B that contains the second number. So here we need a sequence counter. A sequence counter, it may be represented as SC in short form. Sequence counter. What for all these things will be used, I will explain after filling this diagram. Okay, then and here we need as usual a complementer and a parallel adder. A complementer and a parallel adder. Okay, here we need one flip-flop that contains the sign bit of B. So sign bit of B means here as usual again see how we are performing addition and subtraction for two different signs like minus A and plus B, or plus A plus B and plus A minus B and minus A and minus B. Here also multiplication also we will perform between two positive values and between two negative values and one negative and one positive value. So for that purpose we must know the sign of each number. So to hold the sign of each number we use two flip-flops that stores the sign bit position. Here this flip-flop is AS that contains the sign bit of the first value. So here register A, then here QS, so QS, so what is Q I will tell you later, and here we will have QN, and here we have register Q. So here this is a special register called as E, special register called as E. So initially we will send a 0 to E. Initially we will send a 0 to E. So this is the hardware implementation of your multiplication algorithm. But how it is going to work out, just we will check it out. See, we told you we are taking two numbers A and B as we have explained in the previous example. So one number is there in B, one number is there in B, its sign will be stored in BS. Its sign will be stored in BS. So here this second number whatever is there, that you move to the register Q. So now Q will be moved. Q now contains value A. Q now contains value A. See, in the hardware implementation, the purpose of all these registers and sequence counters I am explaining. But once if you go through the flowchart with an example, it will be easy for you to understand. So the value of A will be moved to Q. So where QS will contain the resultant sign. Resultant sign means if the A bit is a negative number, okay, and B bit is a positive number, then the multiplication of both A and B, must be negative. So that negative sign will be copied into QS at end. We will check it out how it is. Okay. If both are positive, the QS will contain positive. How it is going to contain positive? What is the logic behind it? We will check it out in the flowchart. Now here, as we discussed about the sequence counter, initially if this register B contains n bits, then already, as we explained in the previous example, shifts, if there are 5 bits are there in the previous example, shift left is done for 4 times. So this sequence counter initially will have n minus 1. So if there are 5 bits, sequence counter will be copied with 4. Each time the sequence this process is done, sequence counter will be decremented by 1. So this process like adding, shifting will be done till the sequence counter value becomes 0. So till the sequence counter value becomes 0, this process of adding and shifting left will be executed. So here initially E is a 1 bit position, A is there, here Q is there. So what will happen here is always this after register B is added to A, that is register B is added to A plus B, thus A, whatever the least significant bit, it may be either 0 or 1, that will be moved, shifting I told you, that will be moved to most significant bit of Q. Okay. How it is shifting? I am telling you. The least significant bit of A register will be moved as most significant bit of 1. For example, you just see 0, 1, 1, 0. It is there in B. So as we told you, the value of A is moved to Q. So Q will be 1, 0, 0, 1. That's achieved. After moving the value of A to Q, now A is initialized with 0. E is initially with 0. See, after performing the first operation, that is, this is added to A. Now A contains 0, 1, 1, 0. A contains 0, 1, 1, 0. 0, 1, 1, 0. Already here Q contains 1, 0, 0, 1. Okay. This is moved to Qn. So what is there in 1 here? What is there in 1 here in Qn? 1 is there. So because it is 1, we explained if the multiplier, the first bit contains 1, addition will be done as it is. Otherwise, if it is 0, we will add with all zeros. Means adding with all zeros means no operation is required. So if it is 1, this addition will be executed. If it is 0, addition will not be executed. After it is moved to Qn, this least significant bit will be moved here. So it contains 0, 1. This will be 0. And this bit will come to here, that is 1. This come to here 1. This come to here 0. Then this position, whatever the value of E initially, that will be moved here. Okay. Then SC sequence, this sequence counter will be reduced by 1. So initially whatever is there 4, this will becomes to 3. So we will check out the value of SC, whether it is 0 or not. If it is not 0, again this will be performed. So the value of B is added again. So after adding, here, now this is the most value that will be moved to Qn. Now Qn will becomes to 0. So this 0 will come to here, this 1 will come to here, this 0 will come to here, whatever the 1 is there, that will become to here. So after this least significant B is moved to here, then this 1 will be there, 0, 0. Here in this place 1 0 will be added. So this process will be repeated till the sequence counter becomes 0. After that, the moment the sequence counter becomes 0, we will write the final result as AQ. AQ means, of course, EAQ. E always will be 0. AQ means whatever the remaining value of A with the resultant value of the Q. Like this, we will be performed. So how this result will be produced, we will check out with a flow chart and one example. So before going to the flow chart, here I am once again repeating out that what are the hardware part we need for multiplication is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 flip-flops, means 1 bit registers, you can say 5 flip-flops. So 2 flip-flops are for storing the sign bits of both multiplier and multiplicand. So the third flip-flop is also used to store the sign bit of the multiplier, because the value of A as it is will be moved to Q. And the fifth flip-flop is to store the extension bit that is going to be moved, that is going to be positioned to the value of register every time, extension bit. And this Qn, so the least significant bit, to check out whether it is 1 or 0. If it is 1, addition will be done. If it is 0, no addition will be done. For that purpose, to check out this position bit, we will use this flip-flop. These are the 5 single bit flip-flop registers we need for performing the multiplication algorithm. And 1 register of n bits for storing multiplier, and second register multiplicand, and third register to use a temporary storage for multiplicand, and 1 register for storing the sequence counter. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 registers of n length. 4 registers of n length. Then this hardware logic diagram. This hardware logic diagram is complementar and parallel adder. So what this complementar and parallel adder means, if this bit is negative value, we need to perform 2's complement, and then we need to add. If it is positive value and adding with a positive number, simply we are going to add. No 2's complement is required. So whether this is a positive or negative, after that this complementar or parallel adder, anything will be worked out. Both will be there in one operation. See how it is going to done in this hardware complementar and parallel adder is, so A will be A plus B if both are positive. Otherwise A will be A plus B bar plus 1. Here B bar means 1's complement. 1's complement, alternation of the zeros and ones, interchanging of zeros and ones. For 1's complement, if we add 1, it becomes as 2's complement. So then we are going to add. So this is nothing but A minus B. This is nothing but A minus B. So whether this part is performing A plus B or performing A minus B depends upon whether it is a negative value or it is a positive value. If it is a positive value, simply complementer does not require, only added will take care about the operation. Or if it is a negative value, then complementer is required, also addition is required. It complements and then will be added. Okay, but how do we know whether it is a positive number or negative number? With this sign bit BS is there? No, with that. Okay, so this is the hardware implementation that is required for multiplication algorithm. Now we'll see the flowchart, and then we'll take an example. We will explain that example and the sequence of the steps in the flowchart for your better understanding. Okay, dear students, see the flowchart for performing the multiplication operation with one example. We will check out this flowchart with that example in a sequential form. Will be understood you better, easy manner. So, as we discussed the previous hardware part of the multiplication, here B is there. You can see 1 0 1 1 1. B is there. 1 0 1 1 1. That is it. One number we want to perform the multiplication operation. And the second number we have written in Q. The second number is stored in Q. So now we are going to perform the multiplication between B and Q. So here, as the result we are going to store in AQ. The result we are going to store in AQ. You can ask me why AQ is when you are going to add two 5-bit numbers. Previously, how result we got is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 bits multiplication we got. So that's why. So we need two registers to store the end result. That's why Q is the second input and A is the additional register. In A and Q, the final product will be stored. So here, this you know very well the symbols for flowcharts, as you have learned in your first year. Input, output symbols in oval shape. Process symbols are there here in rectangle shape. This diamond symbol are used for decision making. So here initially we have stored the two input values in B and Q. Two input values in B and Q. So the first multiplier in one value, the second multiplicand is the second value. In this part, you see in the process part, what we are doing is AS. What is AS? I told you the sign bit of one register. You know the A will be nothing else. It is 0. Initially, no value is stored in A. That's why we are performing the XOR operation here. We are performing the XOR operation between the two input sign bits. So, sign bit of B is BS. The sign bit of Q is in QS. Okay. These two sign bits are XORed. These two sign bits are XORed. So, XOR operation means, see, if 0, 0, it will be 0. So, if it is 0, 1, it will be 1. If it is 1, 0, again is 1. If it is 1, 1, that is a little bit 0. So, this is the truth table of the XOR. If both the values are same, we will get 0. If one is 0, another one is 1, we will get 1. Means 1 is meant for negative value, 0 is meant for positive value, as we have discussed in the sign bit position. So, sign bit, in sign bit, if you have 1, it is considered as negative. In sign bit, if you have 0, it is considered as positive. That we know. So, here, assume both are positive numbers, that's why sign bits are 0, 0. Then the product will be positive value. Yes? And here, 1 is positive number, its sign is 0. Another one is negative, its sign is 1. And the product must be a negative value. So, that's why, if say, QS is 0 and BS is 1. So this is positive and this is negative. The resultant of these two will be a negative value. So 0 XOR 1, the resultant AS will be stored 1. So the product sign will be negative. So with this formula, we are going to store the sign bit of the resultant value in AS. Okay. Here B and Q are two input values. QS and BS contains their corresponding sign bits. Those sign bits XOR operation is performed here and the result will be stored in AS, where AS is nothing but the sign of the final product. So this is the meaning of that first step. Again, the second one, this QS is moved to AS. This QS is moved to AS. So whatever the value that is there initially, for example, there is 1001 or something else, that will be moved. Sorry, this is right. So the sign bit of AS is also moved to QS. So here in the hardware diagram we have shown the sign of QS. So QS will be stored in, as usual, AS value. After calculating the sign of AS, the same value is copied to QS also. Okay, this is the second step what we are going to perform here. And the third step here what we are performing is we are clearing the register A and flag bit E to 0, set to 0. Means whenever you are going to perform in your C language also, some temp is equal to 0 or sum is equal to 0. Like you do, initial values of some value will be 0 in most of your C programming programs. That's why here also the register A will be set to 0. Here you see, initially the register A is set to 0 here. E also is set to 0 here. So this step is going to perform initialization of the register A and the flag bit E, extended flag bit E. And initially here the SC sequence counter will become as n-1. Here this is sequence counter contains 5. 101 stands for 5. Now here there is a doubt you may ask me. Sir, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 bits are there and you are saying it is n-1 and it should be 4. Why it is 5? Remember, this B bit along with this magnitude, it also contains one sign bit. Along with its magnitude, it also contains one bit for sign representation. So total number of bits are here 6 bits along with the sign. 5 bits is meant for magnitude, 1 bit is meant for sign. Okay, so together total 6 bits will be there. So that's why n is 6, n-1 will be 5. So the 5 is stored in the sequence counter where 101 stands for 5, as you know. Okay, so this is the initialization of all the variables. Now coming here what we have, we are checking the Qn bit position. So Qn, so you just take first part here, what is there in Q? 10011. So the second value, the first input is there here, the second input is there here. So Qn means whatever the nth position is there here, that will be in the previous hardware part. We have Q is there registered here and then we moved Qn value. So whatever the value that is there in the least significant bit, that will be moved to Qn as I told you. That will be moved to Qn as I told you. So if Qn is 1, Qn is 1. So you just check it out here. Multiplier is in Q, Qn is 1. So if Qn is 1, yes, 1, then Ea is equal to A plus B. Ea is equal to A plus B. So here for Ea we are adding this 10111. Don't bother about the sign. Sign is not meant for adding purpose. Sign is meant for only to check out whether it is a negative value or a positive value. Okay, don't consider about the sign in the addition operation. So if Qn is equal to 1, yes it is 1, we are going to add B to Ea. So initially E will be 0, A will be 0, so all zeros we are adding. Then 0 plus 1 is 1, 0 plus 1 is 1, 0 plus 1 is 1, 0 plus 0 0, 0 plus 1 is 1 and 0 is copied. So now Ea, this is called as the first product. First product means here in the general multiplication also what we did, if here 1 is there we will write as it is. If it is zeros are there, we will write all zeros by shifting. That is what we have explained in the first example, like I think 23 into 19 example. If here this position is 1, the same value will be copied here. If this is 0, the zeros will be copied. That we will check it out. Because here 1 is there, one time it is added, this is the first product. This is the first product. Okay. So after that, what we have to do? Shift right EAQ. Shift right EAQ. So here whatever is there, that will be shifted to right. Shifted to right means this whatever is 1 is there, that is already in Qn. So this 1 will comes to here, this 0 comes to here, this 0 comes to here, this 1 comes to here, and here whatever is there, this 1 that goes there, this 1, and A will contains movement. So 1 1 0 1 like this. So here this E will be as this 0 will have. So because the result after adding we got 0. Now second bit here what we have in Q is again 1. Again we are adding 1 0 triple 1. So this is 1 into 1 0 triple 1. This 1 0 triple 1. Here 1 plus 1 1 0 1 plus 1 plus 1 1 1. So after adding this one, we'll get this 1 0 0 0 1 0. Okay. So here E value we got is 1. So this is the second product. That is the second product. And here we are moving this one will be moved to Qn again. This one. So this 0 will come here. This 0 will come here. This 1 will come here. This 1 will come here. Then here 0. This 1, this 0, this 0, this 0, and the value that is there in E will come to this place. Again? Fine. So after that, we will go for checking the Qn value. So now the Qn value here will be 0. So that's why when Qn value is 0, what we are going to do is nothing we do. Simply see Qn is equal to 0. This operation we need not perform. This operation we need done. So how many times this addition will be done here? 3 times addition will be done. So remaining time simply we are going to shift it right. Without performing this addition, we are shift writing the EAQ. So shift writing EAQ means, say for example, so if you consider this is the value, so here this 1 will come here, this will come here, this will come here, this will come here. So this 0 will come here, this 0 and this 0, this 1, this 0 and this 0, and bit is again 0. So like that after performing here, because it is 0, we need not perform any addition operation, simply shift it. So at end you check it out, it is 1. So if it is 1, we need to add 1 0 1 1 to this number. So 0 plus 1 1, 0 plus 1 1, 1 plus 1 1 0. So this is 1, 0 plus 1 0 0. Okay. After that we need to again perform. So every time we remember, every time we are shifting right, this SE is becoming -1. So here first time we perform, this is 5, and after performing the first operation, this becomes 4, and after performing the second operation, this becomes 3, and after performing the third operation, it becomes 0 1 0. Now fourth operation, without performing this addition, it becomes to 0 0 1. Because here 0 is there, we are simply shifting it right. We are simply shifting it right. So now, after adding the final bit, as here we have 1 is there, after adding the final bit, this will become as 0. So after it becomes 0, what is the result here? You take it out. This value is shifted over there, and finally this will be. So at end of this one, so here you will have this 1 0 1 0 1 and this 0 1 1 0 1 as your final result. So you just see again, multiplicand will be in B, multiplier will be in Q, sign bit A is initially with XOR of QS and BS, and the QS is again copied with the value of AS, and initially A will be set to 0, E will be set to 0, and sequence counter value will be set to n minus 1 as by considering the sign bit also here, and the Qn value will be checked here. If the Qn means the second number, if the Qn means the second number is 1, you will perform this operation, means addition. Here 1 0 1 1 1 will be performed if the second number is 1. Okay, then sequence counter will be decremented by 1 after shifting right. Then again Qn will be checked out here. Okay, again Qn will copied with 1. One more time it will be performed. Again next time Qn will be 0. That's why we don't perform simply, we will go for shift right. Then again the Qn value will be 0 one more time. Again we will perform shift right without adding anything. But at the end the Qn value will be 1. We are going to add this B bit here. So with this value, B value 10111 is first added to zeros. Okay, this we got result. And after shift right, and again second time in Qn we have 1, again second time we have Qn 1, that will be added for second time, and then shift right will be done. Okay, this is the result. And third time the Qn value will be 0. That's why without performing this addition, simply to shift right. Then again fourth time the Qn value will be 0 without performing any addition, it is simply shifted right. Fifth time the Qn value will be 1 and we are adding 101 to here. This is the result we got. And after adding we are going to shift right. So for every addition or for every shift right, without addition or with addition, shift right, and without addition also shift right will be done. So for every shift right, the sequence counter value will be decremented by 1. So 101 becomes 100, it becomes 011 means 5 becomes 4, 4 becomes 3, 3 becomes 2, 2 becomes 1. At the end it will be, after 5 operations, it will be 0. Here that sequence counter value every time after this operation, every time it will be checked. If sequence counter is not equal to 0, so here sequence counter not equal to 0, here sequence counter not equal to 0, here also it is not equal to 0, and here also it is not equal to 0. So all these times the execution will go back, and from these steps, either this and these three steps, or sometimes based on the Qn value, this may be eliminated. These two steps will be repeated until SC value becomes to 0. So after the SC value becomes to 0, we will end the process and we will display the product that is there in AQ. The product that is there in AQ. Okay, so this is the execution of this flowchart with the example. Okay, now as I think you got a little bit confused with the space of this board, I will clean the flowchart, and I will just once again explain the example clearly for your better understanding. Okay, now students, previously I have done the algorithm one side and I have noted down the example on the second side because of this board size, and so whatever it looks clumsy, and I think with the previous explanation I can understand that you got some confusion and you have not maybe understood well that example. That's why once again I am explaining this example clearly for better understanding. Okay, you just see, as the initial examples we have taken 23 and 19, the same example we are taking here. So the multiplicand will be in B, that is 10111. The multiplicand will be in B, that is 10111, and the multiplier is in Q, that is 10011. So here the multiplicand is in B, the multiplier is in Q. Clear? So what we have to do initially, of course, like QS and BS, that is sign bits of both multiplier and multiplicand will be XORed and they will be stored in AS. So we don't bother about that right now. QS is QS XOR BS is stored in AS because we don't bother about the sign right now. So the procedure is very, very important here. So now after performing this process, initially the E value and A value is set to 0 as it is shown in the flow chart. The E value and A value are set to 0 as it is shown in the flow chart, and this SC value is set as n minus 1, that is 5 here. Equivalent, decimal equivalent of 101 is 5 here. Now first step, we'll check it out. Here what is Qn value? So this will be stored in Qn. The Qn value is 1. When Qn value is 1, what we did in the flowchart is equal to EA is equal to A plus B. In the flowchart, if the Qn value is 1, what we did is EA is equal to A plus B. EA is equal to A plus B. So here E as it is written as 0, B is 1 0 1 1 1. Initially the A value will be all zeros. So 0 plus 1 1, 0 plus 1 1, 0 plus 1 1, 0 plus 0 0, 0 plus 1 is 1. So this is the first partial product for us. After checking the first bit of your Q, performing the addition will get you the first partial product. After performing this one, the SC value is decremented by 1. So it becomes to 4. Then after doing that addition, we have to decrement the SC value as well as we have to shift right the EAQ. Just see here what we did, shift right the EAQ. So what do you mean by shift writing the UAQ is, here whatever this Q is gone there and this 1 is written here, this 0 is shifted, this 0 is shifted, this 1 is shifted. And in the most significant bit, we are moving the least significant bit of A. As I told you in the algorithm, the most significant bit of Q will be placed with the least significant of bit. After that, so here this will be moved here, this 0 and this 1, and this E value is moved. What this E value? After getting the addition, end carry 0 plus 1. 0 plus 1 is 0, 1. So that's why end carry here is 0. That 0 is moved to this position. Fine. Now this process is over. Now check out what is the value of Qn now here. So here it is okay, done. Now here also Qn is again 1. So whether the Qn is again 1 here, then what? We have to do the same procedure. Qn is checked 1 and SC also checked as 4. It is non-zero. That's why we are performing second time, add B. So to this value we are adding B. B is 1 0 1 1 1. So 1 plus 1 1 0, 1 plus 1 plus 1, that is 1 1, 0 plus 1 plus 1, is 1 plus 1. So 1 0, 1 plus 1, it is 1 0, 1 plus 1 is 1 0, 0 plus 1 is 1. So here the end carry what we got is 1. So this is called as the second partial product. After adding, we have to again shift right and then sequence counter should be decremented. So we are shifting right the EAQ. So shifting right means this one bit is went out and then this 0, this 0, this 1, this 1. After that, the most significant bit of Q is moved with the least significant bit of A. Then this will be shifted like this. Okay. So like this. Now here the end carry value, E flip-flop, extended flip-flop, that is end carry, will be moved. So this is filled with 0. That is filled with 0. Fine. So this, after performing this, again, now you check here, what is the Qn value there? 0. So because the Qn value is 0, we don't go for addition. Qn value is 0, we don't go for addition. Simply we shift right. In the flow chart also you can see, if Qn value is 0, no addition will be performed. EAQ is equal to A plus B does not execute. Directly Qn is equal to 0, it goes to shift right operation. So when shifting right operation, this will be gone, and the 0, this one here, and this one here, this 0 here. Then again the least significant bit of A is moved to most significant bit of Q, and this 0 here, this 0 here, this 0 here, this one here. And here in the previous edition, what you got is no carry, that's why as it is moved. So that is over. So after that, after shifting that, then again we have to go and check it out, the end carry one. So here the 0 here is there, Qn is equal to 0 over there. So when Qn is equal to 0 over there, again no need to perform any addition, simply again shifting right. So shifting right, so here see 0, this SC value become now 2 over there. So shifting right, 1 there, 0 here, and then again the least significant bit of A is moved to most significant bit of Q. Then this is here, this is here, this one is here, this is here. So no addition is performed, no carry will also be generated. So as it is. Now this is also over. Now here, what is the Qn value? You got 1. So if Qn value is 1, what we have to do? We have to perform the addition. Here, by that time, the SC value becomes to 1 by decrementing SC minus 1. That becomes to 1. So Qn is equal to 1, we need to add B. So here the B value is brought to here, adding 0 plus 1, 1, 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 1, 1, 0, 0 plus 0 plus 1, 1, 0 plus 1, 1, and no end carry. No end carry. And after that, we need to perform this shift right EAQ. So here this 1 is gone, and this 1 placed here, this 0 is placed here, this 1 placed here, this 0 is placed here. Then the least significant bit of A is moved to most significant bit of Q, and this is moved here, this is this one, and this E value is moved here. Last attempt in E position, a new 0 will be added. Now here you just see that what is the value of Qn here is, the value of Qn is 1. But if the value of Qn is 1, we need to perform again add B. Are we doing? No. Why? Because after performing the shift right operation and decrementing the SC value by 1 every time, there is one decision symbol is given in the flow chart checking out the value of SC. If the value of SC is non-zero, because the value of SC is non-zero, these are all operations are performed. However, at this time, at this point of time, the value of SC is given as 0, then we need not go for repeating this procedure. Simply we can end the operation and we can write the result as AQ. So this is the value that is there in Q, and this is the value that is there in Q. 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1 is your final product. Okay, so this is the way how we are going to perform the multiplication operation inside your digital computer. So this is the hardware part we have discussed, and flowchart we have discussed, and also example in detail we have discussed. And remember, there is one more technique of performing this multiplication. There is one algorithm called as Booth's multiplication algorithm, BOOTH. Booth's multiplication algorithm is there. That is one of the important question in your examination point of view that we will discuss in the next class. Hope you understood well this explanation, and till now, whatever the explanations we have given using the PowerPoint presentations, all those, more than that, this way of explanation I feel is very easy for you to understand. If you also feel the same, you just ping me that, sir, this explanation is good, you can go ahead with this type of explanation. In further, wherever we require explanation on board, we will follow the same procedure instead of going for the PPT explanation. So thank you one and all. Thank you very much.